everyone, and welcome virtually to Towson Seminar. This is Lisa Twiss, your instructor for the spring of 2016. I'm sorry that we couldn't meet on Monday or Wednesday, but it looks like we should be on target to meet on Friday. So I thought I should just share with you a few things so that you can get a head start on what will really be due already in the next couple weeks. So to start, I'm going to ask that we go to your Blackboard site. The site is now available. And what I'm going to do is actually take you through week one, where you will see some information about the 2 required films that you need to watch and the comparison chart that you will need to fill out after you've watched the 2 films. There's also a digital video tool called Animoto. I'm going to ask you to sign up for the free version of that and begin working on a short 30-second movie that gives us a little bit more information about who you are. And then lastly, in the discussion board, I have posted a few questions that I'm going to ask you to respond to so that, again, we can get to know each other a little bit more. If you have any questions or concerns, in the meantime, you can reach me at ltwiss@towson.edu. So let me first bring you to our Blackboard site. I'm sure many of you use Blackboard in the fall semester. I use it pretty much for everything that we do. Here you will find the resources that I use. This is where you will submit all of your assignments, and any presentations that I provide in class will also be uploaded here. So a couple things just to note. For right now, in course documents, you'll notice that here is all of my instructor information. I'm located right down the hall from where our classroom will be, and my office is in room 203. My cell phone number is here in case of any emergencies, and of course my email address. In the next few days, the syllabus will be posted. I'm just waiting to make sure that we are in fact going to start classes on Friday, and we'll also need to just talk through a couple of assignments to make sure that my calendar is the best for all of us. And then I'll post a final one over the weekend, and we'll spend time reviewing that together next week. Here you can see that I have posted a draft of a calendar that will bring us through May. This was created before this week's weather incident, so this will give you at least an overview of some of the assignments that we'll work on and when some of these assignments will be due. But obviously it's subject to change, and it probably will change based on the fact that we're starting a week late. But I will do my best to update it regularly so that we are all on the same page. You'll also notice below that there are some folders. Eventually they will contain information regarding our midterm, our final paper, and our final presentation. Of course, those are the 3 main assignments for the course. What I'd like for you to do once you're done watching this video is go to week 1. Here I will list out every week. Right now I'm just bringing us through our midterm week 7. But if you click on week 1, really I usually spend the first week in getting to know you and getting to know the course. So there are a few things that I'm going to ask you to do in preparation for Friday and then through next week. The first is to respond to some questions that I posted in our discussion board. You'll notice that there are 2 classes, the 10 a.m. class and the 11 a.m. class. You're both put into the Blackboard site as one group, but when we do different assignments and different discussion boards, sometimes I will separate you out, and that's what I did here. So when you click on, if you're in the 10 a.m. class, I'm going to ask you to click on the forum that says 10 a.m. class. Oh, and I'm noticing that there's no words there. Okay, so I'll have to double check that. But if you go to the discussion board, you'll notice that this is the forum for the 10 a.m. class. And this is what I'm going to ask you to do, is just to respond to these 3 questions. And then if you have some time, I'm going to ask you then to read and respond to 2 other classmates. So that's the way you get to know at least a couple other people before class starts. And then we'll play a little game in class when we see each other on Monday to see who knows what about your classmates. So that's the first thing that I'm going to ask you to do, and again, you can find that in our weekly 1 folder. The second thing that I'm going to ask you to do, is be prepared to watch 2 films over the next couple weeks, and then complete this chart. We are going to focus on extreme issues in education, and these two films do a really nice job of providing an overview of many of the issues that we will actually talk about. The two films are Waiting for Superman and then The Inconvenient Truth Behind Waiting for Superman. In our Blackboard site, I have provided the link for The Inconvenient Truth Behind Waiting for Superman. That film can be watched for free through YouTube. Waiting for Superman, on the other hand, cannot. I've provided a link here so that you could rent it from Amazon. You could also certainly rent it through Netflix, and actually the video store in the Student Union also has a number of copies, and so you can rent it from there. So once you've watched both of those films, then I'm going to ask you to go ahead and complete this worksheet, and that will be due next Friday, February 5th. And we can talk more about that when we're in class, but I thought for some of you, if you're snowed in over the next few days, then it still might be a nice time to get started with those two assignments. The last assignment that we will share on Monday is a video that you're going to create about yourself. So again, we can have time to go over this on Friday, but if you wanted to get started with something, animoto.com is where you will go. You will actually sign up for a free account, and you can just play around with the way to import images and different songs and text. And it's not very long. Again, it's only a 30-second trial, but it should give you enough time to tell us a little bit about yourself or show us. And then when we're all together, we will do a gallery walk so you can learn a little bit about each other. So those are essentially the main, tasks that I could suggest you getting started on before we see each other on Friday. If nothing else, you can just look through and see what sort of things we will be doing. And I guess that's about it. If you have any other questions, like I said, you can find my information under course documents. My email is here and my cell phone, and I look forward to meeting all of you soon. Okay, take care. Bye-bye.